sentimental and technical update for the QuasiDB service for the 5th of May 2021. I'll just show you how the sentiments lined up before I talk about the stop loss clusters. We don't have that many signals currently, and we did have AU and GU yesterday, and I'm a little bit loath to trade Aussie and cable today. We've got a few Fed speakers. I'll show you why I'm being quite wary around the pound, because the euro pound is balancing on monthly pivot, which I'll show you now. This one here. Yeah, so euro pound on the H4. Okay, admittedly we've got a bearish dragon, which is, that's the diagonal break, and that was the entry there, potential entry. But the key is monthly pivot at 8629. If that holds, then that's going to be potentially bearish for cable, for pound USD, and possibly for all pound crosses. Because of the Yellen's comment really hammered the Aussie, I'm a bit loath to open any signals currently. I think this could potentially do well because the pound, we've got the risk event about the Scottish National Party, and if they push for a Scottish referendum, Boris Johnson's obviously gonna deny, and then it could potentially go to like a court of law. And if that's the case, then there's going to be a lot of volatility around the pound, and they might, if the lawyers they agree that it actually is legal, and they have a Scottish referendum again, and if they obviously disconnect from the UK, it's going to be massive. So tomorrow is going to be a big day for the pound, and so I think politically and fundamentally we should avoid it for the next 24 hours, and we've got BOE tomorrow as well. So I don't know if we should push for Aussie, but I'll have a look. And if there isn't any setup, I won't trigger it into Telegram. So just bear in mind, there's lots of fundamental stuff going on in the pound in the next 24 hours. This one. So let's start with the Aussie yen. SOC above is that dot there. Oh, it did load at that time. 84.90, and one below is it's not going to load it. 84.25. We are a buy, and the pitchfork is descending, but we've broken that pitchfork. So on the hourly, so that's quite bullish, and we've got the 38.2 support at 84.48. So from a risk to reward perspective, that could be a stop if you wanted to, and then you could target the SLC, and that would be a really, really nice trade. That could be like a 5R trade if you get a good entry, but it's not currently a QuasiDB signal. This is, however, but the problem with the Aussie is the technical, and we're having currently 61.8 resistance at 7741, and you see how we're trying to break above, but it's actually we're not getting any candles above that resistance. There's probably a lot of people wary, especially about any statement from the Fed. We've got back-to-back Fed speakers today, and so there's going to be a little bit of apprehension. And there's that move from Janet Yellen that's caused us to be stopped out. If you did want to entertain a long, you could do 77.41 and then target the SOC, which is 77.65. There's not that much into it. There's 24 pips, so I think we might just sit on our hands today and see if there's anything tomorrow. There could be a new QuasiDB signal in the spreadsheet. If so, then we'll take that. But I think it could be a bit of a gamble currently. So there's your SLC, and the one below is very, very large. Well, it was large. It's actually got quite a bit smaller. 7670. So I'll keep an eye on it. If I see anything, then I'll let you guys know in the Telegram. EA, so FX SSI put out a forecast to short, and so it looks like it was a good one. There's monthly pivot, so that's your line in the sand. For broken pitchfork as well. SLC above is 155.60 and below 154.90. Obviously, if this rallies, then it's going to hurt the Aussie because this is the Euro Oz. So that was the bottom, say. perhaps if we look at a different time frame, that could actually be like a key support. That's going to hurt this, and that will be resistance. And it looks like it is actually a resistance. We're getting a not quite head and shoulders, but see those wicks. There's the head, left shoulder, right shoulder. So if this comes up, you're at Oz, and then this could come down. So yeah, we probably just want to sit on the hands today, I think. Done the SLCs. We are a sell, so that's right. It's falling, and we're below monthly pivot as well. Euro USD. One above is 120.25. One below is 119.79. We have a bullish formation. We're a buyer here, and we're sideways on the dynamic. The shifting across time has been unchanged. Yeah, for 24 hours pretty much. Yeah, so yeah, probably just avoid or just watch. And one above is larger of the two. We're above monthly pivot. GU, like I said at the beginning, this is going to be a big mover, I think. We could see like hundreds of pips on the movement tomorrow, especially when those votes come in as well in the evening. So I probably would advise just watching this from a distance. We could probably come down to monthly pivot, 72 pip drop, so it could be quite harsh. And if we break below monthly pivot, then we're going to be in this big pitchfork. We'll come down, and I think we might potentially, like I was saying yesterday, we could have like a triangle support, something like this, where it comes down and bounces, and that's a long way away. That's 100 pips away to that idea that I had. See how it makes a triangle? So we could come down, bounce off 1.38, and then we could maybe potentially break that pitchfork. But it could continue to fall. It depends on the S&P result, and they are going to push for a Scottish referendum. So just bear that in mind. NU, there's median resistance 7196, one above. Stop loss cluster 7220, and one below 7108. Where I buy, and they shorted it. So there's that move there. So they shorted it, so that's why it came up. Euro yen. Monthly pivot is going to be very, very important. So keep an eye on 131.12. We are a buy, and we're above monthly pivot, so that's bullish. And we've got the shift channel low at 131.22. So that's going to be important. And we've got a bullish ABCD as well, ABCD. So as long as that holds, then we're going to be bullish. But that SLC corresponds to the invalidation level. So this is very, very important, 13085, for two reasons. If we get that stop loss cluster, we'll break the bullish ABCD, and then we could fall 13065, and maybe even down to here. Pound yen, monthly pivot's here, so we're bullish. The SLC above is large of the two at 15246. 15170, we're a buy. It's quite sideways, to be honest. Dollar yen, monthly pivot is there, so we're above. SLC above is 109.50, below is 109.15. We're a buy. Likewise, very sideways there, but we're below 50%. So the bias is up because of the guys are short. And we could go up to MR1. It all depends on NFP. We could come up here. Dollar CAD. Where are we? SLC above is 123.20, and one below is 122.59. We're a sell, but we're very, very skewed, and there's any more stops to rents. So if you're looking at it from a train station point of view, we're coming to the end of the journey because there's no one else to liquidize. There's no one else to squeeze. And so this is why we could potentially be bottoming out. If they go long, it's not going to help the case. If they try and buy this dip, it's going to come down and completely obliterate them. So that average line is actually ticking up. So it's going to be horrible for those guys who are stuck. Let's see, did I do that? That's miles away. Oh, it's there. So SLC, just to recap, 122.60, 123.21. Dollar Swiss resistance at 91.37. SLC above is quite far away at 91.80, and below the stop loss cluster is 9075. We are a sell, so we should be coming down, but we have been a sell for ages, so it might just disregard the sentiment. It's I think it's been about 3 months it's been a sell, so it might just rally just because these guys are going to get exhausted and then they'll give up. Gold. Okay, so we came very close to getting that stop loss cluster. If you remember yesterday's video, we came very, very, very close. It was just about there. Today's is just even closer, which is crazy. SSC is 1800, and the one below is 1769. So it's just basically just below the wick, the low. And I think they're waiting for this to get larger. At the moment, it's probably too small to probe. They might just wait till more people get into the casino, and when that size has got a bit larger, then they'll come down and get it. And we are a sell at the high level, and they're going long. So it's bearish on the dynamic, bearish here, but we've got monthly pivot. So assuming that 1757 holds, it'd be by the dip situation. If we go below, then you're going to sell the reps. So I'm going to wrap up now. Hopefully you took on board my notes about the pound. So do be careful if you're trading it. And it's going to be very volatile 24 hours as well. So if I see anything on your Aussie USD, then I'll let you know. But I don't know if it's actually going to be a good entry right now. So I'll monitor it and I'll let you guys know. If not, it doesn't matter, and we can look for something tomorrow. But currently we've got Aussie USD, the Euro Oz, which I refuse to trade. I'm not going to get anywhere near it, and the Euro Pound and Pound USD. And we've got Kiwi as well, but it's going to be similar to Oz. So yeah, I'll let you know if I see any setups, and have a good day, and I'll speak to you soon.